Special thanks to the organizers for putting the best sessions on the last day. No, just joking. I'm sure all the sessions are good, but this one is particularly outstanding. We have a very interesting session called Small Screen, Big Impact, and it's all about how to build scale on top of mobile. So this is not about time pass applications on mobile, which is okay, but more about how to build scale out of mobile. I was at the recent mobile hackathon where I heard a very interesting quote which says, India has massive problems, but India also has massive mobile penetration. So hopefully when you put the two together, you get massive solutions to these problems. So to address these questions, we have three fantastic panelists. One of them is dropped out, unfortunately, but in a way that's okay. We've got more time now. The panelists are Narayanan Rao from Awaaz. He is a product developer at Awaaz. He has worked with a number of web startups in New York and Chennai before this. He also works with a lot of applications of assistive technologies. They are a winner of the MIT Innovation Award and can follow them on Awaaz app. I don't have applause for a first speaker, please. Mr. Narayan from Awaaz app. Our second speaker is Mr. Sumit Ghandhi, who is from Sounds of Silence. You can follow them on Twitter at NGO_SOS. He graduated from the S.P. Jain Institute in Mumbai, has also got a degree from Harvard Business School. He's a founder of the Sounds of Silence organization, also won the World Education Summit Award for Innovation, as well as the Vodafone Award for Mobile Innovation, a whole bunch of other awards. A round of applause, please, for Sumit Gandhi. And last but not least, we have Michal Depa, who is the CTO and co-founder of Jana Care. You can follow Michal on Twitter at Michal Depa. He is the CTO and co-founder of Jana Care, which works in the area of diabetes and obesity, etc. So, my first question for all of the panelists is, please tell us all exactly what sort of domain you're in, what's the scope of the problem, what's the solution, and where have you come so far in your journey?
Hi, thanks for the intro. We are Awaaz, and Awaaz is a picture-based communication app for people who can't speak. So people with communication disorders like autism, apraxia, or cerebral palsy use our app, and they have these pictures to communicate, and then they will, so it's an artificial voice for children. We've been in the market for, our apps have been around in the market for around 2 years now, and we have schools like Spastic Society Karnataka in Bangalore, Vidyasagar in Chennai, who have had trials with children and who are successfully using it. They've bought apps now from us. And then we're also in the US, like the App Store gives you the opportunity to market it directly to the US and the international markets. So we have a highly successful app, a Danish version of the app, and we also have an American version of the app. So that's the current state, and we are looking out to expand into much more markets. And we have, in India, we have the app customized to around 11 languages, and it's actually the only Indian-based app around in the country right now.
Hi, check. All right. Hi guys, I'm the founder of Sounds of Silence. So we are like one generation behind what Narayanan does is, we are into hearing impaired education, people who cannot speak, who cannot listen. We give them an old donated mobile phone so that they can SMS and connect to the outer world. So that's a simple idea how it started. But right now we're giving them a nice QWERTY keypad phone, which is like a $20 phone, so that they can SMS, they can learn, and we're giving them an Oxford certified typing course, which starts with a mobile phone because it's a learning device in your hand, and then we give them a laptop training, and we give them jobs in companies like Google, GE, Aldo, Mango, etc. So in short, we empower them with mobile technology. We've already trained about 550 odd students, and we have given about 55 jobs. We're based out of Delhi, Bangalore. We'll talk about Bangalore because we're kick-starting the Bangalore chapter today itself as we talk in a couple of hours from now. We're in Delhi, Bombay, Pune, and this is what the whole idea is about, and it's going pretty good. We are a strictly non-profit organization, though we've got support from a couple of organizations to get the idea forward. Thank you.
Okay, hi. That's working. Yes, I'm Michael from Jana Care. So we're a health technology startup based here in Bangalore, and we're actually we're focused on the problem of diabetes, currently focused on India only. So I probably don't need to say how big of a problem diabetes is in India especially. So it's about 70 million diabetics right now, and double that people at high risk for diabetes, so people that would convert in the next 5 to 10 years to full diabetes. So basically obese, overweight. So it's a huge and growing problem, not just urban, also rural. And what we do is that we build health programs to help people either prevent diabetes or manage their condition if they already have it. So it's online and mobile. The way it works is it's basically a course that you take. So think of it if you know Coursera or things like that, so online education portals. But this one is an online education program for lifestyle change. So lifestyle is a big part of diabetes. So the way you eat, the way you exercise and so on, just keeping a healthy lifestyle can have a big impact on either, again, not getting diabetes or controlling it if you have it. There's I guess, two aspects to it. There's the kind of general education component, which is this content that you follow about nutrition science and so on, psychological aspects of changing your behavior, and then there's the personalized part, which is tracking what you actually do, because the objective is really to find the small, sustainable changes that can make in your life that can make a big difference in the long run. But to do that, you need to know first what you're doing currently. So you have to track, for the duration of the program, again, your food intake, exercise, and so on. And then there's an automated system in the loop that guides you through this process. That's how it works.
So tell us a bit more about your business models. I mean, some of your profit, some of your non-profit. So where's the revenue coming from? What's your tie-up with advertisers, business partners, distributors? How do you educate customers? Who helps you with that, and so on? Let's start with you.
Okay. Yeah. So we actually we're just finishing up basically the stage where we're piloting. So that's one thing that's a little different. I guess if you're building health intervention, you don't necessarily want to spread it as much as possible right away at the beginning, because you really need to fine-tune it and make it actually work as good as possible. It's a little different from building some other products, since it's a health intervention specifically. So we've been piloting it for it's about a year now, this whole program, and what we're doing is a few things. So one of the things is we're tying up with doctors and giving it to them as a value add-on service so they can give to their patients. So then we charge them per patient when they subscribe to this program for the duration of the program. And so it basically helps them retain patients. They're giving something more than other doctors, and improving patients' outcomes in the long run. Something that they can't do, especially diabetes specialists don't have time when they meet a patient. They only have maybe 2 to 5 minutes with them. They adjust their insulin dosage. They don't actually do anything that has to do with their diet and exercise. They just don't have time. So this is a way for them to actually do that. They just basically tell people to lose weight, which is useless because they need to actually get told the patients need to get told what to do specifically. So yeah, we do that mostly now. We tie up with that, and we started doing corporates as well. So basically companies where people already know each other, so they participate in this program together. So we deployed it in a few places in Bangalore.
Sumit?
All right, sure. Our business model is pretty simple. We started with a small idea, as I said, but we saw a drastic increase in the improvement of IQ by using SMS technology, by just sending SMS, because all our hearing impaired students are sending at an average of 105 SMS every day, which is humongous. So we saw an IQ improvement from 65 to 95 over a period of 4 months of time. So we thought they could be employed. So right now we are setting up India's first BPO, which is going to be a chat-based BPO. If you have gone to companies like MakeMyTrip.com, ClearTrip, you're going to see a chat button where people can ask queries. So hearing impaired guy, if he knows typing, he can do that. Because your questions which you're going to ask is going to be, what time is my flight is going to be delayed, etc. Basic stuff. So we're setting this up. That's going to be one. So it's going to be like per seat model. So we get revenues from that. That's number one. Number two, we do two operations. One is in-school teaching, because a simple idea of SMS, people don't know about that. We donate a phone to a hearing impaired needy kid so that he can learn. We do SMS, etc. We don't charge any money for that. But the best thing is we are a part of curriculum of 9 different hearing impaired schools in India. We are accredited by All India Deaf Society, and every Tuesday and Thursday morning we go and teach them. So again, no money is coming in, but again, since we are all entrepreneurs, developers, the first thing is change management. You need to make sure your ground is set. So now, since we have 9 schools, so now they're coming and asking us, would you like to take these sessions further? Do you want to have monies? Do you want to charge some money out of these? but we are going a little slow on that. We're just doing it good to make our brand build. So, but the main business model is going to come from BPO, which is going to be starting in December.
So with Avaz, right now, we initially started off with a lot of research into the app. So as Michael was saying, that it's in the healthcare, you need a little more research and trials. So we initially trialed it out with a lot of special schools, and we had kids trial them. And then a lot of it is dependent on the teachers as well. So you need to train the teachers and make them comfortable with the app, and this solution, that a technology intervention for speech, is a huge thing. Now, so there's this product, there's this entire span where we went through a lot of iterations. And if you look at the app right now, and if you look at the app like 2 years ago, there's a significant difference. And now the way we are for profit as well, and the way we basically generate revenues is by selling it on the App Store. So the App Store is incredible in a way where I can actually sell apps to millions of people who actually, and make a small impact in their lives, right, by giving them a voice. So it's like fantastic to hear backstories when people will email saying, hey, you know what, my child spoke this sentence out. My child just said, I want water, using the app. And so it's like, for us, it's very simple. Like, I want water. I use that every day. But for someone, for a parent to hear that, and then they emailing back to us, it's like that's the incredible thing. So it takes a lot of time to iterate and get that thing right. And then sitting here, you can actually empower a lot of people around the world.
So where are each of you headed in the next 3 to 5 years? What are some of your targets, metrics? What kinds of impacts do you expect to see in your addressable market? How many of you going from local to global or global to local? You want to start with that?
Statistically, 1 in 100, 150 kids are diagnosed with some symptoms of autism. So if you kind of want to extrapolate the data, there's a huge, if I may say, a huge population that might require some sort of intervention based on communication. So we're looking at a pretty huge market going forward in the next few years. And then you also build an ecosystem around this. So you build products so if I'm a child with autism, I have a parent who's doing certain specific things every day. So I might create an accessory sort of a product for the parent or the caregiver or the therapist. So there's an entire ecosystem there you can actually build solutions for once your app, or once you have a name. And so there's a huge potential there. And going forward, we are pretty much looking at, as I said, we already have a Danish version out. We are looking at something like an Italian version out soon, and partnering with folks in Europe to create versions of the app that are customized to their language, customized to their locale, something like, say, the festivals of Italy, or the food eaten in Italy is totally different from the food eaten in Denmark. So you need to have partners to help you walk through that. So a lot of research goes into that as well. So going forward, we're looking at much more people getting to use Avaz as their voice.
Sure. I mean, I had my GE career before. So inspired by my career, in GE we do growth playbook. So growth playbook of my organization is pretty simple and straightforward. In the next 3 years, we've identified 2 villages in India which are like fully hearing impaired. They're like 500 people and like 1,500 people in Jammu and about 500 people in Kerala, who the whole village can't speak because of their genetics. So we have identified those villages, and by next year end, I visualize and envisage that we should be having a small business opportunity for them, because right now they are doing carpentry, pottery. There are a lot of NGOs involved in that, but I don't see we Indians being a technology-based country, we should be moving ahead from carpentry and doing some technology stuff. So I envisage 2 of my BPOs in these 2 villages. We've already started the communication with all these people. We're going to be on ground by January first week. That's one piece. Secondly, again, I'm saying the same thing again and again. It's a simple idea. Everybody knows to SMS, but hearing impaired community, which is like 15 million people in India, these people don't give phones to their kids so that they can SMS and type because they don't know or they don't have money to afford that. So even if a 600 or a 800 or a nice 1200 rupees, if I have to say the brand, Micromax phone, which is like 1200 rupees, QWERTY keypad, learning phone, give it to them and change their lives. I mean, that's my second thought in the next 2 years. By 2015, we should be hitting Nepal, Bangladesh, and